Coaching that. Oh, now she got to class. Onya? You gonna do it? Yeah, but no, I can't buy a AC. I can't charge the phone.
Next on my agenda is meeting of function of agenda of the 2020. And I see if any correction or addition rights use before the meetings. The absence of any correction or addition, since there are no additional corrections to the agreement, that is actually the correction switch of the name and the membership of the other sources, so it has been I thought I was the regular membership number 16476. I want the motion for my adoption of the agreement. I want the agenda for the motion for the adoption of the agenda. I want the motion for the adoption of the agenda. Thank you. Seconded by membership number 745 LC for the motion for the adoption of them. Thank you so much. That's in the job. Apologies. Perhaps that's a child in the area. That's the question. The social services section, and also the legal capacity speech is there. We should also I don't know.
What we see about the yes.
Okay,
Okay,
thank you for the subjects. Some of our members are still in Abuja, and they are writing letters also. Apologies on their behalf. For some parts, the rule of us again, our members are in Abuja. Most simply, we're going to be reading an adoption of the minutes of the September 2024 regional meeting. So when we go through it sequentially, it starts on page 2. Page 2 has commencements and ends with amendments. Going to page 3. Page 3 starts with technical section and ends with governance in. Any correction?
How much is that, Yola? How much? I know you.
Page starts with and ends okay.
Number 8.6. The last bullet. The second line of the last bullet. The committee has
I will enforce the
8.6. Last bullet. And the second line. The committee has been constituted. After the line. 8.6.
That's the wrong one.
I did apply everything.
Thank you very much. Any other question?
When the second one, this one, what?
The answer is very well. Sorry, tell me question.
What did I do again? You make money. Everything I need to not central. Still not saying it.
I said that
3.
2008, when the point of that Lagos State was with the government that finds a way to create but for the accountant that what we call them or think the auditors. But we them to create jobs and accountants. Because the way they are to the companies and like I want them I was saying that The accountant, that some of us need to discover, they should buy the meat. So that some of us Thank you very much, sir. Thanks, everyone. Thank you. Moving to I can promise you not to play at the time, not around 6 everyone. And I'm to the entire some small members who are treasures online and and for also are here to say thank you for being here. Who wants to take much of our time? It's rich, we dive straight into our first session very soon, I'm sure. With that, we pay as well as it's once again. Welcome to your 2018 and thank you for being here. Thank you. Actually, the test of the day is the financial sector is really around to I think it's depend is because how it moves strictly to the technical session. So that was our technical session. This is one of us who has technical session and actually check out all the KC. Please I'm tracing the question. I told you you know when you give someone a job to do for you, that's also ensure that we're not impacting everyone advertising. The things that is actually around because that are mine. So it's basically the job is happening. So a lot of us on things said, good morning, technologies. Once again, I have to say, once again, thank you for your support. Thank you for the cooperation. Thank you for your cooperation. We really appreciate it. Thank you so much. Without that, we won't be able to work today. It is by your support. However, having said that, please also want to still encourage us. For some of us who still have some level of understanding, please kindly see us. We are here at the table. Like I always say, we always discuss. It doesn't matter how much, it doesn't matter how small, we always discuss around it and find a solution that's comfortable for both parties. So please, we'll be expecting you to please work across
to the table and let's discuss to see how we can actually structure it so that it doesn't become everybody. Once again, thank you so much. Really appreciate your support.
Thank you very much, sir. Thank you for the message. So as what you said, is there anybody here who is deploying the ICANN Amuwo district subscription? I think we should. Is there anybody here who is doing the ICANN national subscription? Okay. Anybody on the line? Okay, so that's all online. Very good. So also please stay in the groups of both ICANN and the districts. You don't know the real answer or the recommendation. And we cannot be avoiding those who are avoiding us. Now, I can attest you, we are avoiding the same things. It's a 1,000 today, many endeavors where from things, both the national government and the districts. And I'm also arguing here. Members, my charge, I just see a small token of 70,500 to join us. And our members, we pay $12,000. And 3 years ago, thank you. About 3 years ago, we saw that was fake time there. We used this facility since 2007. I'm not mistaken. And so, and that was right here. We saw that each member of the district takes and that was today. It's okay, but some of the people are already small stuff that I want to do. I can spell it out. I think it's way small, but you have another right now. You can take something. Or you can source, you have a building. They are not using. They are being sourced and environment. And we think that's how you actually, I can't do it. You know, the level, Mr. Goshi. No, the level is there for my life. So please, as appealing for members, that will give you the other land. So many things I can do on this website. Oh, yes, we did our aspects in the possibility, the Western satellites, the solar, the GPU. That's what we're talking. So every line of people that can done when you speak to us. And then also, sometimes it's very hard to survey, most of the option and actually only towards the if I also know the channel sites during the implementation space, and I see the house, the ground, the employment and jails, is a bit of that was also things to all around this. So we can test it there. That being said, let me introduce again the technical section. I like to start with the session in the technical section. Thank you all for today. We love so good. You know, we know about we know about moving very well. But every time we go on, no kind of things that now is the point or is where online, locally, we have about 20 years in job. And the level result is the better of our own our knowledge, our FCA, we is the better of our industry, well, it's an active member of Nigeria. And we have the experience in financing management. And I'm saying, it is the root of today, we are seeing we have more very like income after the We work in the land, where we work in the people until our and we know him as the start progress in the area of software implementation, knowing some of the property development here as well. We know how almost that ability is coming from the fact that especially from the newspaper and newspaper, and that's why NPD from Little Street went on now only about a year for like 3 months. And therefore, on the problem, well, building.
Thank you so much, the Institute, for giving us the privilege to do this people for the district strategy and other people that are going for us really issue of them. Today, we're thinking about public society, companies for reference, doing of the company. This topic cannot be one-sided. This around when things are going up and down, the economy, people are very confirming how to ready, how they want to forward, how to keep them forward. Some people are being thrown out of the job. Some members are also being affected. Outside of salary and stuff like that. But we are very lucky that we have won to 60,000 Nigerians who have been trained by ICANN. This training that we won over the years, together with our experience and place of work, together with our encounter in the economy, together with the training we got from our university education where probably we not only accounting and budget economics, other sciences and other stuff. Today, today we have the one assigned as accountants. They are FCA or CAC, NCA. We are also lucky that we are in a country where we have about 200 million Nigerians. Of this, about 200 million Nigerians, honestly, although data, it's 254 million Nigerians. We are 60,000. One of those 60,000 inside that country. So it means that we are strategic stakeholders in this sense of Nigeria. And if that is true, then it means that each of us here, together with all the lines elsewhere, we go to this country. Now I have to be juniors, the seniors, to be newborn babies. There are different categories. Some are religious people, some are not religious. Okay? It's our duty to position ourselves to come there. And to position ourselves, this cooperative society initiative is one very powerful tool that we can use to drive home our support. So we want to look at our objective about which somehow society has significantly as great growth and development of a general accountant. Now, for those that are here, you might not be seeing my slide, but after please let me know when this comes up. Okay. Now, for those online, you see the slide I believe. All right. Yes. I'm not seeing it. Oh, it's not moving. Okay. Okay. Sorry, let me do something. If I use this, will it be fine? Okay, can you see it moves? So, okay, excellent. Yes, yes. Okay, so various opportunities. Well, you can hear my voice here now. To discuss the various opportunities and benefits that corporate society offer to chartered accountants in Nigeria. So, as a chartered accountant, you are actually above many other Nigerians, and understand that today. Understanding cooperative societies. According to the definition, cooperative society is a voluntary association of individuals who come together to meet common economic, social, and cultural needs through a jointly owned, democratically controlled enterprise. Members of cooperative society typically pool their resources together to achieve mutual benefits, beneficial goals, such as improved bargaining power. So the key components of cooperative societies include voluntary membership, democratic control, economic participation, members' economic participation, autonomy and independence. Independence, very key. Education and training, concern to community, concern for community. But in a layman's term, I would just say synergy. Simple word, synergy. It's like when you pick a bundle of broom. If you distribute each of those broomsticks to everyone here and say, sweep this ground, you will not be able to sweep this place very clean. But when you decide to bring those pieces of broomsticks together to form a bundle, you'll be able to sweep this place very clean with just one person. You understand? That is synergy. Cooperative society brings synergy. Teamwork. A single head is not better than very many good heads. Synergy. But in this society we have find ourselves, it's difficult to build trust. And so people see that, oh, it's better to run alone. But no, I tell you today that it is better to come together in cooperative society. Now, if you are not yet a member of our cooperative society here, please, at the end of the day, I would like to know why you are not yet a member. Because there might be something that we are not communicating. That communication is key. Cooperative society is not a society where the experts will just be snap instruction and the members will be taking. No, it will be a send ideas to you, you send back your observations and things like that. Together, you can get up something. So, for instance, if you pick up, okay, this mobile phone. If you pick this mobile phone and ask everyone there to describe this mobile phone wholly, holistically, you'll find out that everyone here will most probably describe this phone based on what they are seeing here. But everyone on the ESCO level here will describe it based on what they see here. Cooperative society, how it operates is that everybody, the ESCO will say what they see, the members on the field will say what they see, then together they can see this phone holistically. And when they look at it holistically, they'll be able to take optimal decisions. If the ESCO are the only ones taking decisions, they will not see the keypad. They will not see the keypad of this phone. Likewise, if those on the floor here, they are seeing so nice, they will see
the camera. They will not see. They will know that this phone actually has a camera. And while the headphone will not know that this same phone has a keypad. Why society will be taking? Society will take so many complex decisions, so many simple decisions. Some of us might have belonged to some other cooperative society before. But when you join this particular one, you need to know this one, domesticate all those ideas here. Your cooperative society in your place of work may not work the same way this one will work. So what you need to do is to bring some of those flavors here. Those members of the cooperative here will also bring their own flavor. Before you know it, you now evolve a new cooperative society based on our internal culture. So those are the components here. Talk about democracy, training, autonomy, membership, economic participation, democracy, voluntary membership. Types of cooperative society. There are many types of cooperative societies, many. But here we have 9. So these cooperative societies are formed based on needs. And based on needs. So we will just show, like, because of our time, I'll call them out. So you have consumer cooperative societies. These are consumers that come together to say, okay, let us go and get things involved. For example, we have rice right now, very expensive. Okay, consumers can come together and say, come, let us approach a dealer. We buy in bulk at reduced rate and sell to our members. Consumer. So we target consumer goods. They go for rice, they go for beans, they can go for other consumer things that they need. They may not need cement, but if they need cement, they also go for it. They may not need rice, they might need other things. Okay, they go for it. And now we producer cooperative society. If you're a producer, let's say you are into poultry business, you will produce eggs and the rest. You need to buy chicken feed. So you can decide as a team, all the poultry farmers can come together, buy that machine they use to process the feed, buy the raw materials, get everything, get the land where they will be processing the chicken feed that all of them will be using as producers. They can also target to get diesel. We go to the wholesalers and get this diesel because we need it for our production. So producers can come together to form their own cooperative. Credit and thrift cooperative society. Credit and thrift cooperative society is like a job. Members believe that, oh, our members always need money from time to time, and the banks are not giving us enough money. Okay, the microfinance banks are giving us neck-breaking interest rates. The quick money lenders are also giving us neck-breaking interest rates. So why can't we come together in thrift in a manner and form a cooperative society so that we'll be lending money to each other? So that they can come together and have the law supports it. Remember, when I say the law, I mean that our constitution, our Nigerian constitution, supports the establishment of cooperative society by state government, and the state governments also enact their own laws to in line with the constitution to flow with what the constitution says. So that's where they empower the cooperative society from. You have agricultural cooperative society. Now, these are agri farmers. You can be one of the players in the agri value chain, either as the producer or as even in the agri value chain. You have transporters too. You have people that manage the tractors and the rest. Okay, it depends on where you are. Wherever you are, you still belong to the agri value chain. Now, your team can come together to establish a cooperative society, agri cooperative society, and the law supports you. Housing cooperative society. Housing is a critical need for every human being. Amuwo, for instance, can decide that because we have over 400 members, we want to form housing cooperative society to meet the housing needs of our members. Now, this housing cooperative society will help their members to buy land, build houses, and things like that. They can also say we are essentially renting to apartments. We can build plazas and rent it out to people and get more money. We can build plazas and outsource it as how do you call it now, virtual offices for our members, so that our members that want to start up practice can start up from there. So that is on that side. Multi-purpose cooperative society. That is one we have here in Amuwo. Multi-purpose societies have the ability to venture into thrift collection and investments. So it works in two parts. So an aspect is called investment arm, and the other aspect is called the thrift and credit thrift, where they give loans to their members, and their members pay back. Now, one thing I've had over time when I discuss with people, especially members of cooperative society, they'll say, "Oh, I will not collect loan from the cooperative society. I will not do this. I will not do that." The thing is that if you don't collect loan from the cooperative society and you're a member of multipurpose cooperative society, where people give loan and they give collect loan, you will be losing out some points when they talk about sharing of profit. So it's good for you to be part of it, and it's good for you to know how to get your points so that you maximize your income when it comes to sharing. Now, imagine a situation where you position yourself to help two Nigerians to establish, and because you're a member of this Amuwo cooperative society, you can borrow money and start up their business for them. On account of the fact that you're a member of the cooperative society, you have empowered that two Nigerians. Okay, so think of it from that side. If you're one of those people that are afraid of taking loan, think of that. Now, if you are also a member of Amuwo and cooperative society, Amuwo and district society, and you know that you've been putting money in fixed deposits here and there, the interest rate is around 2.5% or thereabouts, around that in fixed deposit. Now, it is safer and better for you to have your money with the cooperative society. Negotiate a good rate. You can negotiate up to 5% rate with the cooperative society based on their understanding, because they might have other investment needs where they can get more than that amount. Do you understand? So they can play with it and get more money, and it works. There are many ways you can be part of Amuwo cooperative society, whether you're a member or not. That is a topic for another day. Or when you come for our meetings, we'll discuss that. Marketing cooperative society. These are marketers, strategic marketers. You know, Dangote is rolling out petroleum product, right? We can come together and say, come, let us put our resources together. With enough capital, we can buy a tanker load of petrol and start selling. We become marketers to Dangote. Or it could be Dangote refinery, Dangote cement, or whatever. We can take them in bits, step by step, and we start making it in bits. Workers cooperative society. These are workers in your office where they can come together to form cooperative society. This farmers cooperative society is similar to agriculture cooperative society. So there are many more cooperative society out there, but based on your structure, based on your culture, you can evolve your own and recommend it to the cooperative society authorities. They'll come here, they'll come to the NC and inaugurate it. But as a responsible Nigerian, who should know that as an IMCAN member, you are entitled, or you are responsible for 3,000 Nigerians. Okay, you might be a leader in your church, your mosque, your street, your estate, your village, whatever. Make it a duty for you to bring together people like mine, 10, 20 of them, to start up a cooperative society. That is the easiest way to take people out of poverty. Take them together, bring them together, and before you know it, let me give you a little scenario. We have a group of people who, at the end of the year, they normally demand 50,000. Everybody will pay 50,000 naira to the association. They found out that over the years, they have not been able to meet that 50,000 naira contribution. But you have 52 weeks in a year, right? So they then agreed that every week they'll be contributing to 1,000 naira to a certain man who is the financial secretary. So as they come for that their meeting, weekly meeting, they will contribute 1,000 naira. So they found out that at the end of 52 weeks, they already have 52,000 naira everybody contributed, right? But if they had said, let us wait till the end of the year, everybody will bring 50,000. At that time, when you need that money, they will have, this one will bring 20,000, that one 10,000, and the rest. They will not always miss that 50,000. But through this communal understanding, they were able to bring these monies together, and they were able to reach their targets as a team. Now, in that group, they have some that can do that weekly payment. In that group, they have some that can pay only monthly, once in a month. In that group, they have some people that can just pay once, one-off, boom, the money comes in. But through that understanding, through that system, they were able to get together this money. And let's assume there are 50 people. So 50 people times 50,000 means, you know how much that means. That is the total amount they were able to bring in as a group using that cooperative mindset. So gradually, they are now thinking of establishing, they've already established a cooperative. Some of them that are not members of that cooperative have now joined because they saw how beautiful that initiative was. And as we speak right now, I was in their last meeting. This is what they said. They said that the government have lost control of the dollar exchange rate. So from that group, they have now decided to strategically target exports business. Are we together? So it means that, for example, if our chairman here wants to go into export business, he might not have enough capital. The vice, I'm just thinking, okay, he might have, he may not have, okay? But as a team, They can all bring 1 million or 500,000. They already have enough capital to ship a container load, 40 feet container load of an agricultural product, and they'll be earning in dollars. Do you get that? Now, these are people who could not, who are still struggling to pay 1,000, 2,000, but when they're able to see that there's strength in unity, so they are trying to do it as we speak. They have already set up a committee to research on the product to export. They set up a committee to look at the packaging, to look at the marketing. So they have broken themselves into bits and pieces. We are going to do it here in our own cooperative society, I believe. So that is for that. Sorry, please. Sorry, please, I need to, okay. So these are the, we've already explained all this, so no need to, these are the explanation for those, you get the slide, so everything will be there. So this corporate society will bring financial support to an investment opportunity to members, okay? The role of cooperative society in a professional team like this, okay? You bring financial support to members, investment opportunity to members, networking, collaboration. I noticed that our members hardly collaborate, hardly network. So you see a beautiful gathering like this, somebody will come here month after month and he will not know at least 5 more people. That is a taboo. The arrangement of a corporate society is such that when I'm to take a loan from corporate society, I need to reach out to another member to guarantee the other part. What I mean is this: if I have 100,000 in a corporate society and I need 200,000 naira, it means that my 100,000 naira is already collateral. The other 100,000 naira I should look for another individual, two individuals who will guarantee that part, so that if in case of default, the members' payment will be used to apply towards my own. Do you understand? So the cooperative never loses any money. Now, for that to happen, I must know at least one more person who will know me very well. So it should be a duty. I have a duty to always network. Look for some more person who I will encourage to think about corporate society, networking and corporate. Remember also that our training as accountants, we have been trained to be mentors to people. We are also trained to be mentees to people. We should, as an individual, make it a duty to have at least 4 or 5 mentees. And also identify people who will be your mentors. Those people may not be with you, but they are people, opinion leaders who you hold on to their views. Sometimes you might take their views in whole, sometimes in part, or not even take it at all. But these are people who shaping the decisions, who shaping the future for our members. Now, look at them and emulate them, emulate their good parts. I have a lot of mentors right now. For example, one of my mentors used to say, his name is Tony Ayeni, FCA. Okay, he used to say, the inventory of a chartered accountant is knowledge. So an accountant must always think of restocking. So you keep restocking and restocking and restocking to be relevant in the environment. Do you understand? So that is a quote from him, and I always hold it very dear. He is a very young man. Telling you, if they're not taking, we might be age group, but in the terms of the profession, he is way ahead of me. He's already establishing his firm in UK as we speak. As we speak here, his firm is in Lagos here, Keja, but another branch is already being built in UK. I have seen the registration document in the UK office. He has explained to me how they work because we are very close. So think of that. You need to network and access to funding. Okay, access to funding. I have 10 minutes now. So we'll do a lot within this 10 minutes. Access to funding. Now, you know that as an ICANN member too, by our training, you are supposed to be a consultant. 1. Number 2, a tax consultant. Number 3, a manager of audit firm. Number 4, secretarial services, where you have registration of businesses and all those stuff. Are you aware of this? Good. If you're aware of this, and as of today, you have not started, then you need to ask yourself why. It could be as a result of the access to funding. It could be as a result of inability to get funds to go for training or to acquire the assets like laptops and the rest. It could be that you don't know how to even start, just to need switch or mentor or one individual to ask, please reach out. Don't stay and die silent. This country deserves someone like you, and you are supposed to help at least 3,000 Nigerians. I am already assisting that. Let me tell you. I knew about this number for a long time, so I set out to meet that target. I have met that target as of today. People who run tuition houses have met that target too. People who run tuition houses where they train accountants, they have met that target, and some of them have surpassed. You can also position yourself, if you have not started, start today. I challenge you to start. You talk about diversification, income diversification. You can work full-time and still employ some Nigerians. Work full-time, employ some Nigerians. If you don't know how to do it, please reach out to me after the session. I can share some thoughts with you. Insurance and risk management. You know, when you go into business, you'll be carrying all the risk if you are the only person. Okay? But if you go as a team, you'll be sharing the risk as a team. No, so sharing the risk as a team makes it easier for you to venture into many. I venture into many businesses at the same time. Some people will ask me why not focus on one? I laugh at them because I only have a limited time to stay on this earth. Okay? And what I know right now, I cannot download everything to one person's brain. Okay? So I'll need to continue to share, and hope that people will carry it on from there and move on. So sharing opportunity, sharing risk is one thing that we need to do. A case study. I've already told you about the case study where we have to a community of people brought together 1,000 naira to make 52 weeks, and they now have 52,000. These are people who could not. When the day comes for that event is supposed to be September event. When it comes to September, they hardly have everybody bringing 50,000 together. But you see, with this strategy, they were talking 52,000 constant. Do you understand? They now go beyond. They are now talking about investment proper. Impact on career advancement. As an accountant, you know you are an accountant, so you have to be doing accounting job, debit and credit. But understand that as a member of a cooperative society, you are now more than that. You'll be thinking of investments. You'll be thinking of creating business ideas. You'll be thinking of marketing. Accountants are not good marketers. Accountants are not good marketers. Accountants don't take risk. Don't take risk. They believe that majority of accountants, not all, majority of accountants feel that, oh, if this is risky, they will run away. But a businessman says that if this is risky, it means that the return should be high. So let us make it possible. You understand? A businessman will say, let us make it possible. I recommend a book called Rich Dad Poor Dad to all of us. Rich Dad Poor Dad. So that is off record. Rich Dad Poor Dad will help you to build out your mindset. You already have what it takes an accountant because you should be able to talk about debit and credit, the essence of financial statements and the rest, the importance of financial statements. But that part of business, you must build it in. You must embrace it. Many people struggle today because they don't have it. So challenges, regulatory compliance, risk management, and sustainability. Overcome cultural perception and barriers. Now, let me explain. Now, accountants, when they went into corporate society business, they focus so much on procedure. The few ones I've watched, they focus so much on procedure, they forget the business. Your goal in a corporate society is to maximize profits. That's all. Every other thing is secondary. So let's assume that our daddy here is the president of a corporate society. I hope you remember those days when we had bank financial statements when their financial year end could vary. Some could be 31 December, some could be March, some could be that. Do you understand? Now, in that period, what we used to do, I used to work in financial controls then, one of the banks. When it gets to that 31st December, our year end used to be 31st December. I think 31st or 31st March, I can't remember again. When it gets to that last day, we call another bank to wire in money. Deposits, okay? Now, they will lump up enough deposits into the account such that when you look at our financial statement, it will look very attractive. Good. That is it. That is practical, okay? It is the role of financial control. Now, today, everything is the same, but at that time, it was allowable. It was allowed. Now, it's no longer allowed. Now, smart accountants then advise their management to do it that way, and they're making profit. Likewise, corporate society now. There are so many things that accountants can use their understanding of the law to help their corporate society to stand up. But they should not lose sight of the profitability. You cannot overemphasize on rules to the extent that you rob up your corporate society of the profits. You cannot, for example, tell me that I should leave money in current account when I can put money in treasury bills that can give more money. Abi, you have many other things. But when it comes to, you need to use your professional skills, balance it to make profitability your priority. Risk management. As accountants, we know how to manage risk. So we know that there's nothing you mentioned today from a corporate society, a failed corporate society, that corporate society does not have a risk management strategy for. The only problem is that people hardly communicate. Once you communicate, you see that there's a solution already on ground that can make it happen. So you cannot hear a case of money lost in corporate society except they did not follow the rules. Overcoming cultural perception. There are some people, based on their culture, say they don't collect loan. But as accountants, we know that a balance sheet is not balanced. It's not a balanced balance sheet. It's not an efficient balance sheet unless it has a debt. You have a credit and debit, debtors and creditors aspects attached to it. So corporate society, what it does is to expand your capacity. The day our own corporate society was established, the financial capacity of ICANN and Amuwo and district society was financially expanded. But we need to actualize it. We need to demonstrate it. And it's easy to demonstrate. Very easy. How I think we can demonstrate it using ICANN structure, is to leverage on your committees. Let me give you an example. We have a committee called Members in Practice Committee, right? Good. Members in Practice Committee should today count how many members that are actually in practice and in their group. They should have inventory of that number. Then they should tell themselves that by 2026, we want to grow that number by 30%, 40%, any number. Then reason with members. Some of them that are not working, some are working, some are struggling. They call it, someone said underemployed or something, because they are not properly paid. Do you understand? Properly remunerated. Now, position them, because the institute have already trained them. Whether you like it or not, you have been trained to be an accountant. Whether you've not gone through audit firm or not, you have been trained. Okay? So the other part of the training, these members in practice can work with you to make it happen. And as they are doing it, they are holding you by the hand. Alhaji Bello is very good at this. He's a member of that committee, right? Bello, the Bello of this, one of the former ESCO members. Yes, he is very good at it. Okay, they will hold you by the hand, walk you through, and you see that number, 23% or 26%, they will hit it. Now, for you to start as an ICANN member, you don't need any big accommodation. Corporate society can help you. You buy your laptop, you buy your mobile phone, and you start up immediately. You don't have to wait many years to come. No, start up immediately. ICANN already have so many trainings. ICANN members have trainings. Work with. Let me go to the next slide, because I have so many things here that I've loaded already. Look at them. Oh, put this slide, because these are practicals. You don't need theory. Practicals. Yes, this one. Now, these are programs. ICANN MCP training credit point. They increase it now to 120. So as of January, you can tell yourself that you hit that 120 credit points. How? You pick out those courses that ICANN listed out, the ones that you want to attend, this society events, and all those ones. Pick them, everything, and try to plan to hit that money, that number. Now, let's assume you don't have the cash. All you need to do as a member of the corporate society is to get half of that money. Half of the money. Okay, let's assume I made my own, and I find out that I need 200,000 to hit. All I need to do is to save 100,000 in the corporate society, and I'll reach out to the various stakeholders. I saw the list you posted, very good. The ICANN annual accounting conference. Okay, now look at that number. Notice. Now target that by next year we want to enlarge that number, double that number. How do we do it? Members can set. You know the budget for this year, right? Members can target to save half of that budget, then get the remaining from the corporate society. But you need to get 2 guarantors. Do you understand? Get that money, pay it, so that together we will have a large number. We hit the annual accountants conference as a team. As a team, a very robust team. When you see our numbers, it's not so intimidating. This society have that number. This society have the teamwork. I have watched your teamwork even without putting all these things together. You still have teamwork. Now, if you embrace the corporate society massively, that number I saw there, that number will either double or even more than double that number. Okay, so that is so you have annual accountant conference, zonal conferences. I've seen that confinement of fellowship status, funding of ICANN annual dues. That's one. For example, your annual dues January. Every member of corporate society, the corporate society can agree with you, with ESCO, transfer that money there. The amount, let me just tell you, because some of us don't even think about this. The amount you pay as a member of corporate society as interest is 10%, max, cannot go beyond above 10%. So let's assume I borrow 100,000 from the corporate society. It means that per annum, I'm going to pay only 10,000 naira. Can you see that? Only 10,000 naira. So if I calculate all my budgets, my annual budget, I apply for it in January, pay off, and over the months, I pay small to the cooperative, I settle it, I'll be so clean. That your financial report will be clean, very clean. But you need to work with the various stakeholders, because they need to put it in the law, cooperative bylaw, that this is our decision, that at the end of January, transfer all members of cooperative society, transfer their dues to the cooperative purse. They'll give a schedule, and that's clean, very clean. So no member of the cooperative side will be owing a dime. That's one. Number two, all these events be taken care of. We can also have committees to manage certain things. For example, if school fee is a challenge to us and we identify as a member of the cooperative, we can come and say, let us have a committee of members who will be writing up, bring the school fee together and give them loan. So you save part of the school fee, your children's school fee, take the balance from the cooperative based on your savings, your financial strength, and write off over time. Do you understand? Furniture to office, oh my goodness. Oh, you can see that I'm very passionate. It's a topic I'm passionate about. Okay, but we also need time for questions. Do we?
Oh, yes.
So, if you have any fears why you have not joined, now there are many things you see up to food stock, ICANN related events, building. I have purchased a land from ICANN related cooperative society. So easy. So you can do that as well. So furnishing of your office, renting of office, student school fee, funding of practice license, all those things can be done easily through the cooperative society. So time for questions now, but please focus more on your fears. Why, if you have not joined the cooperative society, let us know why, and I'll address all of the fears right here. Thank you so much for the time. Thank you so much. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Question?
For our members of the night, start sending our question. Mr. ECSC, thank you so much.
Thank you so much.
We have been speaking on the topic cooperative society, the catalyst for the public goods of the federal government. So all of the very we apply the various being we have in the world throughout the world. This is the action. I can do on this society. As a vibrant society that will run, as a vibrant cooperative society that will run here. Apologies. So we encourage our members to always partake and tap into it massively. So we'll be taking 2 to 3 questions. I know those online are willing to ask questions, but for anyone here who has a question or two, please signify. For our members online, somebody is asking. Okay, Mr. Gabriel Akipelu, thank you for your question. He's saying, please, can we know the various cooperative society we have linked to in ICANN and the ones outside ICANN? Well, if you are here, you should be joining the one with ICANN and Amuwo Society. So please feel free to come one of our physical meetings to join us, and you'll be put through the right channel and everything you need to know. Let's challenge in our questions. Any question for our president? Okay, sir. Yes. Thank you. No, this one is for member. That one is a member of this. question.
When you have 400,000, you need to order people to sign and guarantee. And here that person is says to pay.
Yes.
The guarantors, they are the
Yes.
basically one thing that is involved. And I will go to the
Okay.
I was involved in the with the talking about use of our salary. But the situation where you are talking about individuals willingly contributing, you understand what I'm saying? And suddenly, you are asking to guarantee somebody, the person has what you have guaranteed, and they are failed to pay. It means not money. You understand? So, how do we know at that area? You understand?
Yes.
That area. That is what a lot of people are there. So that's the area of my concern. But when people want to not be able to say somebody you are there.
Okay, thank you, sir.
More questions, please.
Okay.
Is this
You can attend to that while we are checking online for more questions.
I hope you don't have a question.
Yes.
It's very simple. Very simple. Now, from experience, when you are working in an office full time, one of the reasons why it's easy for that to work in an office is they will just debit your salary for the pay the next. I mean, yes. Now, but as an ICANN member, the assurance I want to give to you today, because I am a risk taker. Okay, I'm a risk taker, and I have demonstrated this in many places. We have found out that no ICANN member, no single ICANN member would like to hear this society write a letter to this person is showing them. I mean,
Yes.
It's whether you like it or not.
That's a strong. It's a strong guarantee.
It's not something that we should be afraid of. But we've not got to that extent yet. You know, what we'll do is you'll tell, as we are speaking right now, just network, until network. If you need, you come to me. It's like you now, this daddy, want to tell me like you read all this.
Okay, let me take.
It's risk-free.
Thank you so much. There's a question online from Larry Fagbemi. He says, is there any law that seeks to punish ESCO of any ESCO of cooperative society who embezzle funds contributed by members? I have such a case where I used to work and nothing happened to the ESCO. That's one. Hold on. Then I have some members raising their hand. Pardon me. Can we please unmute Elder Ezekiel Fani and Mr. Francis Epidomo? Apologies, I hope I'm pronouncing the name correctly. Elder Ezekiel, can we please unmute technical? Can we unmute them? They have their hands raised up. And those will be the questions we will take it, please, so we can move on swiftly. I know we're enjoying the topic. Thank you, Mr. Uti. You're doing a great job. Elder Ezekiel, you are muted. Please go ahead and unmute yourself. Ezekiel Fani, FCA.
Good morning, my chairman. Good morning.
Hello.
Good morning. Yes, good morning, my chairman.
Yes, sir, we can hear you.
I already sent my question to the chat box, but maybe you didn't see it. So the question says, what is the limit of loan I can take? Like if I have about 500,000 naira in my savings.
Okay. So you want to know how much loan you can take? Okay.
If I have, yes.
Thank you, sir. All right, thank you. We'll ask the question. Thank you. Mr. Francis, over to you.
Okay, good. Good morning, my fellow PC. Yeah, this is Francis. So it's a good perspective. It's a good venture cooperative society. One layer I want to also emphasize that as long as we are registered with the Lagos State Government cooperative office per se, there's also the level of insurance. There's Lagos State Lasaco is having insurance for loans taken by member, and it's usually I think usually 1% or so 10% on the interest. So that if member have taken loans and they have one reason or another not able to pay, that will call insurance to cover it. So we should also exploit that area. But that doesn't mean, I think we know that we are professional colleagues. We are very we have integrity, so we don't expect that to happen. But sometimes it will be as a result of so many factors which beyond people's control. So we can use that as a leverage, right? So that you can give assurance to people that they should not worry. Yeah, thank you.
Thank you for the suggestion. Thank you, both Elder Fanny and Mr. Francis. Over to you, sir, as we wrap up.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much, Professor Collins, for the questions. Let me start from the one of the
law. ESCO giving out.
ESCO. Now, from experience, my recommendation is this, and I wish, like I said during the presentation, and whatever we're doing here, if you're a leader or a follower of a group of Nigerians that are 20 or 30, encourage them to embrace cooperative society. Now, one weakness I saw when I started this encouragement was that the earlier cooperative societies before, members were contributing by hand. So it was money, give one person called secretary or something like that. So that kind of movement of money is not healthy. It's not clean. It's not traceable. Because when there's a need for reconciliation, it's messed up. Now, what I noticed also is that when it's messed up like that, they now start to go into an era where they accusing themselves. So you see, there will be certain traps among themselves. Members will send out for the ESCO will send out members, and at the end of the day, they will leave the cooperative business and talking about personal. That's taking aside. Now, let's assume everything is gone properly. Every member pays money to the bank account, and their names are reflected in the bank statement that they pay. And they have a very good financial secretary that extracts all their but no. Then the ESCO start to abuse their office. You have so many steps. Let me tell you, our office signing, for example, is registered in Lagos State Government. What it means is this: the president of our corporate society is in his phone number and his details is in their phone. They have a book. And because the society by there, say I can have book and say society corporate. You check the president phone number is there. They will be calling us to ask for however how we can be inviting us for events and everything. If any of our members write to them that the ESCO have done this, have done that, serious to them, very serious to them. So mess that in fact that individual don't even think of it. It's not enough. What he should do is establish that account, send the person aside, let them step aside, then they start to pay back. That he will run, it's not an option. There are some corporate society right now whose ESCO should kill in this neighborhood and kill right. You don't say, oh, it's my brother, let me do it. Oh, it's my sister. No, it's our money, it's our investment. Every money wasted, every 1,000 naira wasted, is counted for. I don't see any responsible person that. That's why, for me, I think we should not put people who are not ready for now. Should put people who are competent, who have eyes to see the opportunity, people who have interest to see the growth of the business.
Mr. Fani asked that if you have 500,000, what's the limits of loan?
Yes, if you have 500,000, you can actually take 500,000 as one option, or you can go for 1 million naira, but you need to get 2 more guarantors that will guarantee. One will guarantee 250,000. They must have up to 250,000 in their accounts.
Not that they will say, oh, they have a face, or I'm the SO of this society. No. So you must have that. So there will be a financial controller that will confirm all this financial status before they approve. And let me tell you, from experience too, a corporate society like ours to run mostly electronic to make it seamless. So that's what I think for this thing to happen very well. Because it's an office corporate society. But you see our own within ourselves once a month. So the next thing I want to do electronically, the thing that will confirm electronically, all this electronically, and we see this.
Yes, we are. Because of our time, I'm seeing one of our elder Dejo Kuala. Sir, do you want to type your question or do you want to speak? Please unmute him. He's one of our elders in the district. Okay. Okay, let's take one of our elders as well. Okay. Okay, here. Okay. Elder Dejo, we'll unmute your mic very soon. Up I can Amuwo, I can integrity.
Thank you, sir.
What I want to do is that I can observe that all what you are presenting to us just based on theory.
Nope.
I think a volatile economy environment. You think that nobody can do the dollar rate just escalate to 3,000 naira per dollar. Do you think that this will work?
Good question.
Okay. Before you so you take both response together. Elder Deji, Okwana, please unmute yourself. Okay, can you hear him? Please unmute yourself so we can hear you. And that will be the final question, so we can wrap up in good time.
But I will still receive questions by email.
Okay. Please unmute yourself, sir. Deji Okwana. Okay, you have a question. Please let's take this question.
Hello.
Papa can Amuwo.
Hello. Hello.
Please hold on, sir. I'm gonna be taking to.
Thank you very much, sir, for that. Well, I'm thinking about the day I don't know the day I was island for because of logistics. I do not want a long time ago. I need to teach myself as a courtesy.
Oh, good.
Now, sir, this initiative of
Yeah.
Okay, I still want to reiterate, sir. What are the conditions?
Wow, okay. Okay, let's just take one more. Let's take one more. Now the questions are coming. See, so nobody should complain about pressing late. Any problem? Go on. That's what we're here. Please go with the question. Vanguard of integrity. Okay, sir. Use the mic. Okay, sir. Come forward. So we'll see you. All right. Okay. Multi-purpose, sir. Yes, we do. Yes. Okay, that will be.
Then any inflation possible, whatever we can, we take care of inflation. That's why as ever this so that we be able to end that your inflation rate that given to any now
We'll let you know that. Next, those women, we have women there. Let's allow the women talk.
Step forward. Step forward. All back at Amuwo. Okay, now please, I need to take this elder online. He's raising his hand. Please, I'll meet him again. If you can hear me, please, you're muted. That's the last question you're taking. Please unmute yourself. That's the last question. If you can hear me, please unmute yourself and speak. Elder Dejo. Can you hear me, sir? Elder Dejo, okay, maybe you type the question and our facilitator will still take more questions going forward. So you can wrap up.
Joining people, I can do society is 1,100. And joining me. We also agree with this corporate society that the minimum share capital for participating in the investment are 50,000 euros. So you can do multiples of 50,000 naira as you like. The minimum share capital, minimum share capital. In some corporate society, 300,000, 1 million, for we chose because we want to have more members join. We make it 50,000. So you can buy some, that's the minimum. Someone can take up to more than 7 multiples of that. Now, on the savings side, because the savings is what we use for loans to members. In the savings side, I think it's 2,000 naira. I can remember 2,000 naira for 5,000. Okay, 5,000. So every month you're expected to pay at 5,000. You can pay that 5,000 once or every week pay back to depend on your bills. Now, regarding the investment, Madam talk about it. You see, the beauty of the corporate society is that the corporate society is investing on our behalf. So let's say 50,000 share capital, they'll take out 50,000 from everybody versus 50,000 and probably buy 6 plots of land and sell it to members, and members will pay cost plus some amount, and they spend over 36 months and makes it so easy to pay. I bought the land, I paid it over 36 months, and the corporate society paid once. You understand? So as we speak right now, they're talking about infrastructure fee. Corporate society are paying, and we are paying back much more. And you see, they've also got another document called the structural drawing or something. So the company can handle us, and we pay much more. Before you know it, we all become landlords. I mean, that is it. So there are many things we can do to this corporate society. Or we need to continue that. It is not enough for you to attend the meeting and keep quiet. You must ask yourself just wait and ask it now. Because your questions will help to shape the mind of the corporate. Our culture and cooperative level is different from this one, different from the other one. Different. So the corporate side is focus on trend now. This one is possible. There's now for only housing. I think
yes, so the round of applause for Mr. Thank you so much. Yes. We need your email address. Members of one asking your email. Please say it again.
You also see my functional WhatsApp number of sites. If you sending WhatsApp message to my other number, most probably I will see because hackers after that line will do nothing.
All right.
So
Thank you so much. Thank you. Please don't go yet. Permit me to call on the Vice Chairman, Alhaji Adetayo Azan FCA, to give the vote of thanks to our facilitator this morning. Thank you, sir.
One thing, I'm sure that all of us listen with the love and attention when Mr. Nabi Oje Tiwai speaking on the topic of cooperative society. And no doubt is at home with the topic because we started identifying the kinds of cooperative societies we have mentioned over 10 of them. We went on to also speak about the advantages of joining the cooperative society and being risk adverse. And at the end of the day, I can see that all of us listening to that attention, no single movement on our seats. And that shows me that we are. I'll just make one of the things number one is the fact that when we're talking about going to one African half of your one country, it depends on how much you have. If your budget to go to African company is 500,000, you have only 150,000. It's obvious that if you are lucky, you can get one. You still not plan for that means you must look for have at least 50% or more of that. See, talking about AACT, if all of us want to go and what to take from the funds, we see what find out that we not be enough to go and we also need to be conscious of that. And the good news, the audited account of the cooperative society, of our whole cooperative society, and the area of the 2020 and 4 of them, and in the area of the soil. The moment we are doing this, I think we have our now, what I'm saying about if you want to do something, you put it in our I'm sure that I'm tried all the questions you ask, you are ready to have answer the questions and separate well. And we are secured not to learn the thing. The job is that in the thing of thinking, those who come, for them to come outside the room, the job at the this is the way we want to do that. Thank you. No one is doing and the other question I want to find is one that's one and the family that's this is not go to see you, see your evening, and see the community devices.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Thank you. And in our usual fashion, we'd like to appreciate you, Mr. Nambi, FCA, with this little token. We sincerely appreciate your time and for you putting this together. Please come closer. You are very own. You are a member here, and we appreciate our own even more. So thank you for putting this together. So on behalf of the entire members of yes, a round of applause for him. Round of applause for him. Thank you. On behalf of the entire members of ICANN and Amuwo and the Society, this is an appreciation plaque to you, presented to Nnamdi Uti, FCA, as a facilitator of the topic, Cooperative Society, a catalyst for the rapid growth of the chartered accountants, given this day, 12th October 2024. Thank you, sir.
Thank you so much.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you.
Hold your phone. Let me take a picture of them.
This is lovely.
Oh, yes, you deserve this one. We have come close. We appreciate you. I need to know it's now come to the middle. So it's going on. The image is also right for us in our newsletter. So, thank you. Then hold on one for you. No, just by yourself. Take in line, sir. Thank you so much, sir. We're grateful. Thank you. All right. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. To all our online members, the over 120 members online, thank you for participating. We appreciate you. Please still stay on. The meeting continues. And